What is meant by array? So why we go for an array? Yes, if you want to get any one value from the user, if you want to store only one value from the user, you have to declare a single variable. So that is enough. Suppose if you want to get more values, which means that similar values from the user, we need new concept that is called as an array. So the basic definition is a collection of similar data types. One simple example is, so int A30. So here, so integer is a data type, A is an array name, the 30 is the size of an array, which means that totally it is a dimension of an array. So this is output for this particular declaration is this one. So it can automatically create 30 space for the particular variable. So 0 to 29, which means that the total space is 30. It always starts from 0, then it is incremented by 1, 2, 3, 4, then up to 29, which means n minus 1. So here n is 30, so n minus 1 is 29. Okay, so if you want to get more values from the user and store and process, we need to go for the concept array. So array is collection of similar data types. Okay, understand? So this is a program to read the 30 values from the user, store it and calculate the total, and finally calculate the average mark. Okay, so this is the program to calculate the average mark of the 30 students. Okay, so let us start with an header file. Then we have to define the main function. Inside the main function, we have to declare an array because here we are going to get a 30 values. So we cannot declare a separate variables. So instead of that, here we declare the array concept. So the size also mentioned here, that is 30. Then along with, we have declared another two variables, that is average and sum, because we are going to calculate the average and sum. So that's why we have to declare here. The next step, if we want to get any one or two values, we can simply specify the printf and scanf. Here we are going to get a 30 values continuously. So we go for the concept of for loop. So we have to define everything inside the for loop. So that's right. So we all know that this is a syntax for the for loop. So it always starts with initialization, then condition, then increment process. So inside the for loop, we have to mention here. Okay. So inside the for loop, we have to mention. For an example, before we have to tell the user. So we are going to use the printf statement. The next one that is very important, that is a scanf statement. So once user enter the value, okay, the first value is stored in the marks I. Here I is a 0. So whatever the user given, that particular value is stored in the mark 0. So for suppose if he entered 79 means that particular value is stored in mark 0. The next step is the array, which means that the I value is incremented by 1. Then again check the condition. Here the condition is satisfied. So the same process is repeated again. So second time the user is entered suppose 89. The value 89 is stored in mark 1 because I value here is 1. This same process is repeated till the condition is satisfied. Okay, when the condition is not satisfied, automatically the loop exists. Okay, which means that now we have a total value of 30 values. Now we read the 30 values from the user and stored in the array. Okay, what is the next step is we need to calculate the total. We need to add all the values. Only then we can calculate the average. So again we go for a concept of for loop. So again for loop, the initialization, condition, then increment. So inside that looping we have to mention only one thing, that is sum equal to sum plus marks of I, which means that the loop always starts with initialization, condition is check the condition, then if condition is satisfied, the statement inside the for loop is executed once. So when it comes to here, first the right side of the value is executed. So the value for sum is 0, then values for mark I is 79. So these two values added and the result is stored in the sum. The next step is again the I value is incremented by 1. So now the value of I is 1. Check the condition. Condition is satisfied. Then again, if condition is satisfied, I already told you that the statement inside the for loop is executed once. Okay. So what is the value for sum? What is the value for sum? 79. So what is the value for marks 1? See that 89. So the 89 and the 79 added and the result is stored in the sum. Okay. Then again I value is incremented by 1. So now the value of I is 2. Again check the condition. Yes, condition is satisfied. So again the statement is executed once. Okay. So this process is repeated until the condition is satisfied. For an example, if I value reaches 30, then automatically the loop exists. Okay. Now all the values are added and the sum is stored in the variable sum. Okay. Now we are going to calculate the average. Very simple, the basic mathematical formula: total divided by the count. Here total is stored in the sum. The count is here.